Hello everyone and welcome to the RNG University. So this whole week we've been playing monocolor decks. So for the fourth day, of course we play mono red, right? Wrong. We're gonna play Mono-Green Stomp because we are all sick of mono red burn. I'm sure everyone has seen bunch of videos about it. Everyone knows exactly how to play mono red burn. So let's look at Mono-Green Stompy. Alright, so this deck is just basically ramp into big green things, and then we'll try to ramp off and kill our opponent with a big swingy card. And so the deck lists look exactly like what you would expect. In the early games, we have 2 Ascendant Pack Leader, and that's only because I don't have 4, and then 4 Evolving Adaptive, which, I can craft because it's an uncommon, and it's a very good uncommon. Gets oil counters, gets +1/+1 counters. We have 4 Tyvar Stand to help our creatures survive. Combat, help our creature get hexproof in case they get targeted. It's very good, and I think it's better than Tamiyo's Protection because you can pump it too. Then, in the 2-drop, we have 4 Armor Scrap Gorger as a Mana Dork, and 4 Landward Loam Speaker as, of course, another Mana Dork. Got a lot of Mana Dorks because we want to ramp out. So this deck, a lot of mono green decks calls for 4 Crarium Beastcaller, which I absolutely agree with. Well, guess what? I don't have 4. I'm not going to go all and craft 3 other Crarium Beastcaller for this deck because, let's face it, I don't have that high of an expectation for a monocolor deck. I want to play for fun. So I have how many rares? 4 rares left. I don't want to use it on Crarium Beastcaller. So that's why I only have 1. If you have 4, definitely put 4 in the deck. Then I have 3 Jewel Thief. Or 4 Jewel Thief and 3 cast to help me get out extra treasure, more rampy, and then we have 1 Kodama of the West Tree. Should my adaptive get combat damage in? Well, guess what? We're gonna ramp some more. And then we have 3 Augur of the Autumn, basically another card that gave us ramp. If we have a top deck land, we can play it, but we can also get card advantage, basically, if we have Coven. If we have Coven, we can cast creature card on the top of our library, and we have a lot of creature cards in the deck. And we have 1 Cemetery Prowler, which is serve as a graveyard removal, but also a cost reduction. Should we be able to remove a creature spell, for example, and all of our creature spell will cost 1 less in that scenario. So it's Graveyard Trespasser, but not really Graveyard Trespasser, right? It's still ETB or attack. You can activate its ability, so it's exactly like Graveyard Trespasser, but it's bigger. It's a 3/4, not a 3/3, and it's Vigilance, so it can attack and block, which could be relevant against Mono Red Burn. And then we have 2 Defiler of Vigor. A lot of deck calls for 4 of these, which I think it's probably correct, but I'm a little bit scared. There's a lot of aggro decks out there, and I don't think I can pay all that life. So I'm going to have this Defiler of Vigor just as a satisfactory condition because a lot of decks calls for 4, and I'm going to run at least 2. But on the other hand, I have 2 more. Nissa Ascendant Animus that could be coming in as a 5-drop with 3 loyalty, a 6-drop with 5 loyalty, or a 7-drop with 7 loyalty, right? All of which are very good because Nissa help us ramp out, or not ramp out, but ramp up to bigger and bigger creatures, but also help us destroy artifact or enchantment, or just boost our whole board, give them trample, and overrun our opponent. All of which we love. And then I have my own super secret tech in the deck, and that's Tyrranax Rex. This is a 7 mana 8/8 that cannot be countered, has War 4, has Haste Trample, and Toxic 4. So when it comes in, it's going to do something to our opponent. And of course, our whole deck is not toxic. We're not looking at a Toxic 4 at all. We're just looking to attack and does a trample damage, which I would say is already pretty good. And a lot of decks nowadays are either target or removal or counter. Well, this card basically stops both of those in their track if they want to go for the throw. That costs 6 mana. And so if we can ramp this out, we can attack with it before they can go for the throw it. And even if they do, that's our whole turn wasted. Right? So that is the way I want to try out this Mono-Green Stompy. The land base is 1 Boseiju, 22 Forests, and 1 Mirrex. Not a crazy amount of lands. For a green deck, we only have 24 lands. That's because we rarely search for land. We have mana dorks to help us get mana. And hopefully our mana dork can survive. That's kind of the theme that I want to go through for this deck. I'm not going to say it's a great deck. I don't even think I can get a 50% win rate, but guess what? I played one game. I tried out one game. It was mono red, and I won. So I think that's already enough said about this deck that I really want to, showcase it and see me lose 10 games in a row. You know what? If I do, It's fine, right? I just want to play this deck because it's different, it's fresh, and I don't want to play any more mono red burns. So we're playing against Reina0805, our first opponent, and they get to go first. So I guess they're mono red burn, and we have 2 lands and a dork. So we're gonna keep starting with the adaptive. Ludwig. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Well, dorks into dork into dork, so I guess we get that going for us. This is Esper Legends. Just pretty scary, but I don't know if Esper Legends has that many... oh, Ruskin? Okay. That many counterspells. Another Tyvar stand's not fun, because now we are missing a land drop. We can play our Loam Speaker, but that's about it, right? So we have 3 mana this turn. Let's just play Loam Speaker. We have a lot of creatures, and we don't have a lot of going on here. Unfortunate. 24 lands. We're still missing land drops, so that's the problem, right? If we had another land, we would have 2 Loam Speaker out, and next turn Nissa will come out, and that would have been game. But, you know. Slogurt. Okay, so it's not... well, I should have known it's not Esper with the Spara, but it's got black in there too, so it's all colors? That's kind of weird. Alright, so how many mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mana, which means we can play Defiler. Then we cannot play the Landward Loam Speaker because we have 5 mana already. But I guess... I can't protect it though, so it'll just come in and die. Maybe I'll play Nissa? That's also no good. Missing that 1 land really hurts. Really, really hurts. Alright, we got an adaptive. Now it's a 4-4. We could attack, but he can just chump, right? With the Slogurt. I think that's what he would do. And then our adaptive will die. So I don't know if that's the right play. The land gets a treasure token. That's very good for him. Very bad for me because it gets pumped. The 2 Tyvar stands are kind of pointless right now. Whenever we play a green permanent spell, we do get a +1/+1 counter on everything we control. Opponent's attacking with a 4-4, which means that... I mean, I'll take the 4 damage. I'm not going to eat an Aura or, what is that, Ganjo. Takenuma. Interesting. Shieldred. Okay, you want to play with Shieldred? Do it. Kaito Shizuki. Now that's an interesting card.
If the powerful won't help, I'll do thanks. I'll be taking that now.
Alright, well, we got an adaptive that we can play. And then a Loam Speaker we can play by paying 2. Do we want to pay 2 here? I don't think so. Well, I gotta play the adaptive first. Do I want to pay an extra mana? Just to hold up an extra mana? I don't think that's necessary. So I got 2 3/5s and a 3/3. And then I need to hold these up so that I can play the Tyvar. So I guess 8 damage trample to the face. Right? The 8 damage trample can eat all of these. It's a lot of 1/1s. He's just taking 8 damage though, so I don't know. I don't know if attacking there is right, because I might want to use it to block. But I guess the Adapters can die. Can they die? I need that for my Nissa next turn. So I guess I can use it, the Adaptive, to block. Okay, he's doing card draw. I can use the Adaptive to block, and then Tyvar stand it.
I can't uncover.
Good for you. I don't know if this deck runs counterspells. I'm just afraid of the Urtai. Shieldred? Okay, that's very good for me because he thinks he's closing, but I'm closing. He's got 1 mana. That's interesting. Please be a land? Not a land. Well, since it's not a land, I cannot close. I thought I was going to be able to close. Actually, can I still close with Defiler if he doesn't block? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just 6. It's not 7. So we'll try to aggro him with 2 creatures. This gives it hexproof and indestructible, but doesn't give it trample. Maybe he'll take the 8. Yeah, right? He won't take the 8. That's 4. So he's taking 4. He's taking 4? That's it? Huh. Okay. So if he's taking 4, he's gonna... he only takes 4 from my creature, so that's gonna bring him down to 8. I cannot pump for 8 with Tyvar's stand, so I guess that's neither here nor there. Alright, now I guess I'll play the Augur, because I got nothing else to do. I know I missed the damage here, but you know what? There was the land. Just 1 card away, too. I can play another Augur, but let's not do that. I need to hold up my Tyvar stance. He gets to gain a lot of life from Kaito, and he might think that's good for him. I want him to be under the false impression that that's good for him.
Thanks. I'll be taking that now.
But I still have Tyvar's stand held up. Rafine, that's good. He might think he'll win with this by the attack. I'm only afraid of a counterspell. But if he does attack and pump everything into a card, this isn't trample. Oh, this is trample. What am I saying? Alright, so that's 10 damage now. This is hexproof and indestructible, right? So, this doesn't help in a lot of situations. I could... So, okay, first I gotta assign blocker. So the 2-3 will block here. Right, the 4-4 will block here. Waiting for server? No! Come on, I'm doing the math here. Seriously? Seriously, Arena? You're gonna wait for the server? Alright, we're back. Okay, so I can now take all that damage, so I'm gonna do something wonky. So I'm gonna take all 10 of that damage by killing Shieldred, because otherwise I'll die. And I'll declare these 4 blockers. Does he have an activation? He's gonna Agonjo me? Just to increase it by 1? Okay, that's... Does he have another one? Well, that increased it by 1 anyway, so I'll take the damage. Does he have another one? If he has another pitch, I die. Oh, I should have blocked the Slogger. That's a GG. I guess blocking a Slogger might have helped. I'm not sure. Because if I block the Slogger, I won't have enough creatures on board for me to Nissa next turn. I missed that one land drop. That's the problem. If I had that land drop, I would have had Nissa. I would have had a -7 to give all my creatures haste. Or give all my creatures pump. And then I might have been able to win. I didn't do the math there, but it was close. It was close. But hey, you know what? We missed 2 land drops. We didn't have a Lantern too. So, unfortunate. Now we're playing against Goth Leakin. Opponent goes first again. This time we don't even have a 1-drop, so... What can you do? Forest. Okay. So we're foresting off. Forest. Gallagreeters. Well, you got Gallagreeters. I got no 4-drop to play anyway, so Quirion Caller. Quirion Beast Caller. Contaminator. So this is the deck that I found a lot of people play for mono green, and I don't like it. It looks boring to me. Defiler Vigor. Very nice. He pumps? I would get a treasure there. I guess that makes sense. I guess either way could have worked there. We didn't get a 1-drop and opponent went first, so I don't know if I want to play this out because I'm just going to get overrun. Yeah. Against green, there's no point. Nice job going first. Right? That's basically what it is. We went first, that would have been us. And then they would have had to try to eat that next turn. This deck has no removal. You got to be very careful with green. I used to play a lot of green back when Snow was in Standard. And that had the fighting spell that cost 1. That was the best removal green ever got. And once that's rotated out, green is gone. There's no mono green decks in the top tier of the meta anywhere. I think we all know why. Alright, we're now fighting against Patal's Coconuts. We're going to go second. Watch this. Yeah. We get a 1-drop, and a 2-drop, and a 3-drop, and a 7-drop. So, let's try it. Tranquil Cove. Alright, well, our opponent's some sort of a degenerate control deck, so... I guess we're going to be in for a long ride here. Again, with the speaker into speaker into speaker. Alright, well, we're going second, so I'm not going to walk into a dumb depopulate here. Union. 21. I don't even know how we can fight a control deck like this. This is why people don't play mono green, maybe? I don't know. This deck looks fun, and it does reminisce about the old decks where, you know, we had a lot of the crazier cards. Maybe I just Nissa here. Right? He can't really stop a Nissa. And it'll give me a 4/4. Yeah. That way, every time Nissa builds something, it grows the evolving adaptive. And if I ever do miss a land drop, I can play my Augur to try to hit that land drop again. There's that depopulate. Well... Obviously, I do this first. I guess the question is, do I want double Landwar's Lone Speaker? Or do I want a Jewel Thief? Jewel Thief's fine. We'll put on a Lone Speaker anyways, with the Jewel Thief. This doesn't give haste though. It's only +1/+1. Popular again, of course. Now we get a land. I shouldn't have played a land. Could have top deck land there. Probably gonna get punished. Let's see if he has 3 to populate in his hand. Yeah, could have played that land there. That was a mistake. Could have cost me the game there. Does it give a haste? It does give the land haste. To populate to depopulate. Not a third to populate at least. Alright, he's got 1 mana left. So this is gonna be a big swing. Murex, that is a mana of any color. So I can play the adaptive. Ooh! Now that's what we're talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't cast it this turn. So he probably will farewell next turn, right? So, I mean, casting a Lone Speaker isn't that good right now. Instead, let's just go in for the damage. He's got 2 mana. I don't know what he can have. Wow, he's going to go down to 3. Interesting. So, casting a Lone Speaker into a Farewell, that's kind of pointless. Next turn, I will have nothing to cast. So chances are, he's going to kill my... Oh. I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, so next turn, I'm going to... Oh, okay, that works. No next turn for me or him. Bye-bye. I was sure there was a Farewell coming, but maybe he didn't top deck a land. Yeah, I was hoping for just killing him with the Rex. The Rex is so fun. People just think it's, hey, you know what, it's only for poison decks. It's not. Alright, let's play one more. I'm not sure if we have enough time for more than 1 game, but we won 1 game. That's all that matters. I want to show that this deck can win, especially against opponents who don't draw land. But, you know, we don't draw land sometimes too. Clouchman. Will we get to go first? Probably not. We get to go first? No way. And with a hand like this, we can't lose. Except our opponent's gonna have perfect answers. Cut down, right now. I mean, he is, what's his name? Oh, come on. Really? 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 Well, say hello to my little friends. I'm also the beatdown. He's gonna make a 3-3 and attack me with that 3-3. Phoenix chick. Okay, not a 3-3. Another Kumano. Alright, maybe I'll Augur. Do I want to tap my Lone Speaker for the Augur? That is a good question. Because if I tap my Lone Speaker, I can't use it to block. But if I don't tap my Lone Speaker, then if I top deck a land, I can't cast it. I guess that's fine. That's not a land, so not punished. Never punished. That's a 2-3. Squeak. Huh. Gonna have to kill the Squee. I don't think he's gonna kill my Lone Speaker, but who knows, right? Maybe he'll kill the Lone Speaker, not the Autumn. Yeah, that's the right play. Unfortunately for me, that means that I have to hope the top deck is a land. Otherwise, this Augur doesn't do anything. Well, you live some, you lose some. It is a land, look at that. Lone Speaker into Lone Speaker. Take 3. pretty scary board there, and it's probably another squeak coming. Feldon. Okay, I don't care about Feldon. Lightning Strike into my Augur. That is a land top deck, so that'll give me 7 lands. I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm at 5. Opponent's at 12. So this will make it, yeah. Hey, GG. Guess what's 12 damage coming your way? Who's the ramp? Who's the burn now, huh? Get out of here, you mono red burn. So I've shown you, I am better than mono red burn. That is all I care about showing off this deck. It's enough. I don't have enough time to another game. Let's look at the deck list. So, like I mentioned, I think this catches a lot of people off guard, which is what I love about some of the decks I play, because they're not as traditional. So no one is really expecting a 7 mana AA to come in and kill them, and a lot of decks is ramping out to get a 7 mana AA out. So a lot of people are expecting Nissa, a lot of people are expecting a large board to trample over them, but what they don't see is that once I have 7 mana, I don't make a Nissa that just brings in a 7/7 creature, but rather I bring in Nissa, or I bring in Tyrranax Rex, and that's just 8 damage off the top, right? And it's can't be countered, so a lot of control decks can't stop it. It's ward, so a lot of the black decks can't target or kill it. And guess what? This card is amazing. I love the Tyrranax Rex. I think it's so good. A lot of people overlook it in the Phyrexia will be one release, because there are so many other cards that synergize, and people are thinking about synergy. People are thinking about slotting them into their existing decks, and I just think this card, just on its own, can make another deck. Maybe like a banned control deck that just eventually plays Tyrranax Rex. Once this lands on the board, it protects itself, and you can't even stop it from coming onto the board because it can't be countered. So you just keep using it to attack while you protect your life in some other way, and this is by itself the powerhouse, I think. I'm not really sure yet, but really I love whenever I play this card, whenever it hits the board, that I win the game. And you know, that's the good feeling you have that you don't really have when you land a Nissa and you still might lose, or you land a Titan of Industry and you pop one of their enchantments and you gain 5 life and they still get card advantage on you, right? This card does not care about card advantage. This card is a 7 mana 8/8 ward 4 that says answer it now or you're gonna die. So that's what I like about it, and that's what I love about this deck. It's not the strongest, and you see how sometimes we do struggle, but whenever we are, you know, getting the right timing for our cards, we can synergize it well enough to win the game. Because we have a lot of late game cards, we have a lot of early game ramps, and as long as it doesn't get disrupted because our opponent's playing aggro, we are able to get it off. And if our opponent's playing control, guess what? We can slow it down until we get to turn 7, turn 6, with 1 ramp or a little bit of ramp, and then we just Rex them. Right? Rex can't stop, or controls can't stop Rex. That's the idea that I have. Well, that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.